This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Hello, everybody. Hello to you out there.
Hey.
Hello. With the days getting a little bit shorter and shorter and the nights getting longer and colder, so much darker for millions of Americans, that means the winter blues are also coming. But that doesn't mean you have to be sad. Here to tell us all about that and more, we've got the one and only Dr. Coley here. Thank you for stopping by, Dr. Coley.
Okay, so an estimated 10 million Americans suffer from the winter blues. What do we know about what causes it and how do we fight it?
This is the real deal. So our brain responds to light, and it responds to light by releasing chemicals, releasing happy chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. So when the days get shorter, our body basically sort of goes into a panic mode because we don't get that same exposure to light, so we can actually get decrement in some of these chemicals. And women, more than men, actually manifest with seasonal affective disorder. Now, as you get older, your susceptibility to those chemicals also increases, so you're more likely to get seasonal affective disorder, winter blues, as we like to call them, as you get older. And it's funny, some people actually have the opposite of the winter blues. They have the summer blues. So when they have more light, it also kind of tricks their brain and changes the way the chemicals are balanced.
Wow, those people are called crazy.
Yeah, but the good news is we can do something. So in the winter, if we're somebody who feels like we're slowing down and getting a little bit more sad to the point that it's interfering with our life, there's actually a treatment called light therapy. It's very safe, very effective. You expose yourself to basically a high intensity light for about 30 minutes a day. And generally you want to do it early in the day, not too close to bedtime, but you can also do it mid-afternoon if you'd like. And that can really help reset that clock and release a lot of those chemicals. The other thing that's really important, I can't emphasize enough, is as it gets darker, we don't go out as much, right? We hibernate.
Yeah.
I do this all the time, and socializing with other people also helps release those chemicals, and getting enough sleep, and making sure that we're doing all of the things that
There is a difference to going to dinner at 6:30 when it's pitch black, as opposed to if it's so light outside, where you're like, oh, put your fun dress on, and at 6:30 you're like, oh, the kids, let's go. I could definitely see that.
And it's cold out, so you're just like, oh, I'll just stay home and watch TV instead, which is the bad kind of light for your brain, and the type that you want to avoid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless you're watching DBL.
Unless you're watching DBL.
Yes.
Which is not in the daytime.
Yes.
So, Doc, let's talk about the holidays. Winter, the holidays, eating, right? I am on a little diet before the holidays start because I tend to binge over the holidays. Is this a good idea?
That's a good strategy, kind of almost like training, right?
Yeah,
Training your gut for the marathon that it's about to run over the holidays. So, dieting over the holidays is really tricky, Jeff, because you certainly want to keep watching your weight, but to be honest and realistic, it's impossible for us to try to lose weight during the holidays because we're eating more often, we're eating, more food, and we're eating more types of rich food, and we're also drinking more alcohol, we're getting less sleep, we're traveling more. So there's so many things that actually affect our metabolism that you have to be realistic with yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you gain a few pounds over the holidays, but do keep an eye on it. So I like the fact that you're sort of preparing your body for the holidays by dieting. What some other people might try to do if they don't actually want to diet before Thanksgiving or Christmas is actually drink more water, eat more fiber, sort of trick your appetite a little bit, and be really, really mindful of those portions. So we had our American Heart Association meeting this weekend, and I think I must have gained like 4 pounds because we were eating nonstop and sitting, eating and sitting, eating and sitting. And when you're socializing, the way that our brain works, our satiety signal doesn't get to our brain quite as quickly, right? Because we're talking and we're not mindful of that satiety signal. So what I was trying to do was actually eat a little, take a break to socialize so that it gives me a little time to know that I'm full before I keep eating and then realize afterwards that I'm really full.
Another burger, Dr. Johnson?
I mean, can you deny when they come out with the little sliders? Like, what am I supposed to do? You got a hot dog?
They're right in my face. You want this fried shrimp? I do.
Well, and it was funny because these are all cardiologists. It was a heart meeting, and everything was fried and cooked in fat and cooked in butter.
Where was this meeting again? Okay, let's talk about this because, Doc, you were on this from day one on this show, and now here we are. The FDA approved a new weight loss drug. It's called Zepbound. Give us your thoughts on this, and how is it different from the other ones?
I don't love the name.
It's terrible.
But I love
Sounds
the
like a
drug.
laxative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what it is it's essentially kind of like Wegovy, the one we've talked about on the show before, but exactly like Mounjaro, which is approved for diabetics. So the exact same drug as Mounjaro, approved for diabetics, but a different dose approved for weight loss. And now this is the second drug that the FDA has approved for weight loss. On average, people lose a little more weight with this, so about 20% of their body weight as opposed to 15%. Works by a lot of the same mechanisms, makes you feel fuller. It triggers that satiety signal I was just talking about, so you don't end up eating as much, and has a lot of the same side effects. But the good news about this is, if the first one, Wegovy, doesn't work for you, a lot of people will lose weight on this one, tirzepatide or Zepbound, or the other way around. So now we have sort of two tools in our toolbox for people to try to lose weight. And I think it's really an acknowledgement by the FDA, Al, that obesity is a medical condition.
Wow.
We have ignored it for so long. We have not had any medications to treat it. It's been the wrong narrative of, get up and exercise and eat better. And now we're realizing it's your physiology, it's your biology. There's not something wrong with your willpower. It's actually how your body works.
Well,
so these drugs
I want to jump in because you said we, but I feel like when we start talking about drugs, there's two kinds of we. There's drugs for rich people that they can afford, but what about we the people, regular folks? Will they have access to this kind of drug?
I worry about this a lot because the price tag on these drugs out of pocket is like $900 to $1,800 a month.
Out of pocket?
Yes. And the FDA approval doesn't mean the insurance companies are going to cover it.
Good.
It doesn't mean
I'm
the drug
sure they'll be cool
companies
about it.
are going to reduce the cost. And so we really need to work to push, because this is going to make that disparity wider. The rich people will get this drug because they can pay for it out of pocket, and the poor people won't. And what we learned from data coming out of the meeting this weekend is that it doesn't just help you lose weight, it reduces your chance of dying by 19%.
Wow.
So this is a life-saving drug.
Which should be able to be used by everyone. I completely agree with you. DBL Nation, be sure to follow Dr. Coley on social media at PyleColeyMD, and go and subscribe to her YouTube page for the latest science news and headlines. Thank you, Dr. Coley.
Thanks, Doc.
Coming up on DBL, our interview with Nancy Grace. She's telling us about her new show, Crime Feed. Plus, a woman finds out a complete stranger had been secretly living under her home for months. We're talking all about frogging coming up next.
Okay, we are moving chairs around. Erica, can you release Dr. Cole so we can talk
Oh
on
yes,
YouTube?
actually I can
Yes.
share this
There
part.
we go.
So I'm curious about these medications when it comes to fertility, because I know a lot of women will use it for getting ready for weddings or special occasions or whatever. Is there any research on that?
So we need to be sure that we're not using these medicines, Erica, for recreational weight loss, because using them for a short period of time and then coming off of them can cause more side effects and have you gain the weight back. But a lot of women, some of my women that are overweight or obese that are trying to get pregnant, I actually put them on these medications to prepare their body for pregnancy better, because we know that they don't just reduce weight, they reduce inflammation, and they can improve your cardiovascular status. They can change the way your body metabolizes sugar and improve your insulin sensitivity. So to carry a baby, you need your body in the best shape possible. And if you've got a lot of extra weight, that's not the best shape. So we don't use them when somebody's actively pregnant or when they're getting embryo transfers, but in preparation to get them ready for pregnancy, it might be a great way to lose a little bit of weight.
I'm just concerned about everything fertility because I'm like, what is causing this? Because no one, until recently, we aren't really talking about that as much. So that was a question that I thought needed to be answered.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, what we're seeing is more and more infertility than ever before. And to your point, we don't understand if it's environmental exposures, if it's what people are eating, if it's just that we're getting a little older when we try to have babies now, or all the combination of events. But obesity is definitely a part of the infertility epidemic that we're seeing, because women that are heavier tend to have more obesity and more problems with the pregnancy itself.
Well, thank you.
Welcome back to DBL. A woman in California is sharing her terrifying experience when she discovered a complete stranger had been secretly living under her home for months. Take a look.
So it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and we woke up because we heard noise. And so I came outside, I thought somebody was on a roof. Imagine being half awake and seeing an arm, a dirty arm, come out of this hole.
I assumed it was dirty.
The woman said she immediately called the police. Luckily, they were able to get the man from under the house, and you can see that they led him away to a waiting car. I'm just taking a look to see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so turns out this is a term, we want to educate everyone. It's called frogging with a PH. So what do you think about what happened to this woman? Just so you know, there's a frogging code to people doing this together. Thank you. There's a frogging code where they don't steal from other people, they don't rat on other people, they don't try and scare the person, they don't hurt the owner. They just live there underneath and sort of symbiotically, parasitically live there.
They're like Casper.
Yeah, they're Casper, the friendly ghost, I guess. They're just not supposed to be seen or heard.
What kind of message are you putting out right now?
Right.
I know you're just reading a card.
Right.
That's insane.
Right. It
is.
Okay. I have a code too where I beat people unmercifully if they're at my house unwanted around my 2 children and wife.
Well, Jeff,
that's the code I live
you
by.
must not know about
Whose
the
code are
code.
you on? This is ridiculous. And to say we're going to educate people and come at it lightly and from that angle is ridiculous.
I agree with you.
Erica, you had
Yeah.
something you had an interesting thought about this.
Well, so one of the
Personal.
theories, so one of the theories when the attempted break-in was that he was attempting to live on my roof.
Can you catch everybody up really
basically.
quickly?
So I had a attempted break-in some years back, and he scaled my home, and there's like an area where it's a little separate from the house. That's where he was trying to get into.
To frog and live.
Right, well, I don't know if he was trying to live there. Like either way, it wouldn't have worked because the house is actively used at all times. But yeah, that was the theory, that he was trying to at least stay there for shelter or something.
I guess I just don't understand our laws in this country. And Tori, you're our legal eagle. It's just like, okay, if I break into your home like this human being did, we discipline them and you are allowed to fight back, stand your ground in certain cases in certain states. But if they break in and say, oh, I've been living here for 6 months, now it's on Jeff to learn the code of frogging and maybe it's cool. I don't understand how they have any rights.
I do no, they don't have rights. Like this person.
This is criminal. Let's be
this
very
is criminal.
clear. This is criminal.
And just so you know,
squatting happens all the time.
Right, squatting happens, yeah, absolutely, and it is criminal. I absolutely agree. People will come in and like rent for like X amount of time, and then they'll stay there. They'll never move out, and it takes you years. Like it's basically, it depends on what city, what county you're living in, because some are very tenant friendly and some are more owner friendly. But when it comes down to it, just so you understand where I live, you do what you did, what was happening to me, and you will be in prison for 8 years.
Right.
So that's just what it is. But in terms of like, if you're able to like stand your ground, people say that all the time, not understanding from state to state what that means. If I would have, Lord forbid, had to take out something to basically meet him with, a firearm.
Yeah. Somebody broke in your house.
You were going to shoot him. Yeah.
Then I couldn't. Then I would have gone to jail for sure, and I would have been charged because of the location that he was on my property.
So interesting. Learn your laws, but also if you have any dirty hands coming out of there, call the police for real. We'll be right back.
Nobody enjoys driving in a freezing cold car, so it's understandable that many drivers like to let their cars warm up for a few minutes before hitting the road. Others are concerned about damaging their cars by driving with a cold engine. Some vehicles even have remote start features that make this easier, but one verified viewer reached out to ask if warming their car could actually damage their engine. So, let's verify. Our sources are the U.S. Department of Energy, Firestone Complete Auto Care, Smart Motors Toyota in Madison, Wisconsin, Chuck's Auto Repair in Seattle, and Napa Auto Parts. Gas-powered cars need oil to keep their engines lubricated. Chuck's Auto Repair explains when the engine is cold, gas may not evaporate completely as it combines with the air. This may lead to excess fuel in the chamber, which causes some of it to condense into the cylinder walls and strip away the lubricating oil. Our sources say this leads to more friction, which causes wear and tear and could eventually shorten the life of your engine. Instead, our sources recommend driving about 30 seconds after starting your car because the engine will warm up faster when the car is being driven. In the past, cars needed to warm up for several minutes to avoid stalling because they used a carburetor. Nearly all cars built in the last 30 years now use electronics to ensure engines get the right combination of air and fuel to run no matter what the temperature is outside. So, yes, warming your car could damage the engine. There is one exception. If you drive an electric vehicle, you may want to warm up your car before unplugging it because heating the cabin uses battery power, which can shorten your range. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. Nancy Grace has covered some of the biggest criminal cases of all time. And in the new show Crime Feed, she's continuing her never-ending quest for justice for people who need it the most. Earlier, we spoke with her all about it. Take a look. Please welcome to the show, Nancy Grace. Yes.
Nancy, I want to kick things off by saying congrats on a new show. My friend Derek works on Crime Feed with you, so that's awesome. So congrats on that. I love everything you do. You've been involved in so many cases, Nancy, even showing up at crime scenes. How does seeing this firsthand affect you?
Discussing these cases is second nature to me because I want justice. We are investigating cases. We are questioning principles. On Wednesday night, I have the mother of Shanquella Robinson, who was murdered on a girls' trip near Cabo. Mm-hmm. The friends come home on an airplane. She comes home in a casket, and there's been no prosecution. OHELLNO. No. Somebody's going to jail on that.
One of the cases you talk about on your new show, Crime Feed, is the murder of Tupac. So they recently arrested the alleged suspect. But why do you think it took so long to do so?
You know what? I would be embarrassed if I was in that jurisdiction and it took that long. This has been over 20 years that one of the greatest musical icons was gunned down. And I say in broad daylight because in Vegas, you ever been to Vegas? There are thousands of people out on the streets milling around 24/7. And a music icon, Tupac Shakur, gets gunned down and nobody sees a thing? Really? That's a lie. So it takes this guy, Keffy D, to actually write his own memoir. How self-obsessed is that? And he is so arrogant, he actually boasts about the shooting. And it takes him actually publishing a book with a confession in it before there's an arrest. I mean, dang, man, I would be embarrassed if it took that before I could make an arrest.
Yeah, I mean, it's so sad, but you're right. I mean, he's given long-form interviews, a couple hours at a time, admitting to I can't wait to see what you guys do with that because it needs to be brought to light.
Awful.
I read you never lost a case as a prosecutor. That seems like a rare achievement. What do you attribute your winning record to?
Well, I don't take any credit for it because they were all guilty. So the jury did the right thing. Also, I reinvestigated every single case I ever took to a jury because I want to see the crime scene. I want to talk to the witnesses. I want to talk to the victim's family, the defendant's family, who usually would not talk to me. I want to know it all. Go to the crime scene, the morgue, you name it. Autopsies don't bother me at all. Bloody crime scenes, no problem. You know why? Because I've been a crime victim. I know what it feels like. And I want those victims to have a voice. I want their families to have a voice in a court of law when it feels like no one is speaking for you. Nobody takes your side. Well, guess what? We are.
I wanted to ask you this. What is an unsolved crime that you've actually never been able to stop thinking about? It just ruminates and ruminates. Is there one in particular?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them. But I'll tell you about one. It's the case of Chucky Mock. M. Mother, A-U-K, Kentucky. Chucky Mock, a little boy out of Warner Robins, Georgia. He asked his mom after supper, could he ride his bike to the 7-Eleven, as I call them all, 7-Eleven, to get some candy. She said, sure. He never saw him alive again. A white male in a sedan pulls up to him as he rides his bike gets to the parking lot. They exchange words. The guy speaks to him. Then he takes out a gun and shoots Chucky Mock dead.
Oh, my God.
Right there. His mother has never been the same, Kathy Miller. And it's funny, my brother was a sales rep for Johnson & Johnson, and he went to her medical office, and she said, wait, are you Nancy Grace's brother? He goes, yeah. Well, 2 days later, she flew to New York, and we highlighted Chucky's case.
Wow.
Still looking for his killer.
Wow, wow, wow. That breaks my heart. Oh, DBL Nation, thank you. First of all, thank you for highlighting this, as Erica said. See Nancy on Crime Feed Wednesdays on ID and streaming on Max. Nancy, thank you so much for stopping by. We will all be looking forward to watching you. We'll be right back. Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you.
I'll see you Wednesday night.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Nancy.
Has almost 8 million views, and young girls are commenting on the video saying they are nervous and throwing away their sports bras. So I spoke to a doctor who verified if wearing a sports bra can actually cause breast cancer.
If you wear your sports bra all the time, you need to stop.
Kelly Hayes on TikTok is urging people to listen to this message after her doctors found a lump in her breast. They told her wearing a sports bra can cause fluids to get stuck in her lymph nodes.
When you have compression on them all the time, it gets like extra fluid because it can't go anywhere.
Now people on social media are panicking, trying to figure out if this can increase the risk of being diagnosed with breast cancer. So let's verify, can wearing a sports bra cause breast cancer? Our source is Dr. Tim Martindale, owner of a family practice physician in Waco. He says sports bras are actually great to wear.
If you don't wear a bra, there is an element of sagging of breast, of lengthening of the ligaments, which tends to be permanent. So if you like to have the best shape and health of your breast, support for them is a healthy thing.
Martindale says the woman in the video never got breast cancer.
It was something completely different. It was a nodule that was harmless.
The lumps Kelly talked about do not deal with breast cancer at all.
Some people are concerned about something called lymphedema, where you can develop a thicker secretions that build up and cause troubles. Number one, that has nothing to do with breast cancer, but it does have something to do with breast health.
Martindale says there are ways you can improve your breast health.
The idea of fluid pockets, that can be helped with the massage, and the sports bras don't make that worse.
And for those concerned, you can decrease your chances.
Weight loss and staying away from alcohol and tobacco or cigarettes or nicotine.
Martindale encourages those to do research before trusting what you see online.
Look at a reputable site for medical information or ask your physician.
So we can verify
it's absolutely false.
Our experts say wearing a sports bra is safe. There's no increased risk for breast cancer, and they're more healthy than not okay.
More than 19,000 car crashes are reported to police every day on American roads. As electric vehicles become more popular, the chance they'll be involved in an accident is also going up. Several Verify viewers reached out to ask about posts like these that claim first responders can't use the jaws of life to cut through an EV because they risk being electrocuted. Let's verify. Can emergency responders use the jaws of life on electric vehicles? Our sources are the National Fire Protection Association, Safe Electricity, Chief Michael O'Brien with the International Association of Fire Chiefs, and EV emergency response trainers Dan Fish and Michael Smith. EVs use high voltage batteries to power your drive. If firefighters cut directly into the battery or cables that connect the car's electrical components, then there is a risk of electrocution. But all of our sources say there is no record of this happening anywhere in the world. Smith told Verify, quote, "It is entirely possible to use extrication tools on electric, hybrid electric, plug-in hybrid electric, and hydrogen vehicles," unquote. Manufacturers provide guidance to emergency responders that highlight safe places to use extraction tools, like the jaws of life. So, yes, emergency responders can use the jaws of life on electric vehicles. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, Sandals is giving thanks with an all-inclusive vacation giveaway to Sandals Resorts. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2 to any Sandals resort of your choice. The winner will be announced on DBL November 22nd. Today's Sandals word of the day is sandcastle.
We didn't get it. Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out. Steph, let's go shopping. What do you have?
Hey Tori, hey DBL Nation, we are so excited to show you the deals today, and believe me, they are absolutely wonderful. Let's check it out. First up, we've got the Sharper Image Shiatsu Foot Comfort Massager with compression and heat.
Yes, please.
This would make a great holiday gift, and you will only find this deal on morningsave.com.
I love stuff like this.
So normally this is $200.
I don't love that.
We've got it for $79.99. That's saving 60%.
Very, very nice and minimal. If you want a minimal household, that's it.
Oh yeah, and Tori, this is just screams Christmas. Are you ready?
What?
It is the Bliss Light Shining Star LED Christmas tree topper.
Yay, it's time.
This doorbuster deal includes 1 tree topper. We've got it available in 4 color combos. This doorbuster deal is always extremely popular, so in order for everyone to get one of the stars, we've got a limit. There is 3 per customer, you guys.
Okay.
Normally they're $40.
That's not even that bad.
But we've got them for $10. That's saving 75%, Tori.
Laser me up some stars and savings.
Isn't that amazing?
I love that.
Now, this is fabulous. We've got the 2-pack Pro Noir Eyelash Growth Serum.
Love.
This deal includes 2 eyelash enhancing serums, and this product is going to help give you longer looking lashes with consistent application.
Nice.
Normally they're $80 each.
Ooh.
We've got a 2-pack for $24.99.
Thank you.
That's saving 84%. Our last product is the Mint Accelerated At-Home Teeth Whitening Kit.
Nice.
So this deal includes 1 complete teeth whitening set. Users reported seeing their teeth shades 3 times lighter in just 7 uses.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because I could use that from wine.
Oh, yeah. Tori, well, normally this is $100.
Ooh.
We've got it for $19.99. That's saving 80%.
Amazing. Head on over to morningsave.com, y'all, to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or just scan the QR code. It's right on screen. It will take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Have you guys used the whitening things?
I have. And also, I feel it's great. And I also feel like that mouth guard, my dentist was talking to me, because I have Invisalign, but apparently the mouth guard is the way to go at night if you grind your teeth, which a lot of people do.
of us
and that,
do.
I had no idea, but this is like a big deal.
Yeah, check it out, y'all. All right, have a good day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.